like this. I 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 like this.
Howdy.
Oh. Howdy.
Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. I appreciate that.
I'm so honored that Our Black Media has finally come to its senses. Wow, I can't believe it. Julius Hall, thank you. HBJ forever on Our Black Media. Thank you, Julius Hall.
Where the hell did that come from?
God bless you, Julius Hall.
Look at the shirt you got on.
You did something. That's right. The red, you got the red on. Thank you, Julius Hall. HBJ forever on Our Black Media. Oh my God.
He got controls tonight, y'all. He has a little bit of controls.
Huh?
He has admin tech capabilities. So he's in there putting in.
I'm not a producer. I don't know nothing.
He in there putting in crazy stuff. Crazy stuff he putting in. Y'all share. All y'all there with all y'all phones. Y'all should be sharing this show with somebody except Charlie Brown because he's a dinosaur. Okay, here it is. Here we go with our intro. Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
Hello, boys and ladies. How are you tonight? And wonderful viewing audience. It's always a pleasure. I need you to do me a favor. Do all us a favor. Call your friends, relatives, share. And we're happy to be with you again tonight. Again, thank you. And as always, hello, boys.
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Hello, Mr. Brown.
Hey, Mr. Brown.
And you don't see, why you didn't say hello, girls?
I said, ladies. And Sonia, as always, your beauty is untouched by the late evening. But since daylight saving is in now, it probably helped it a little bit because you got more daylight.
But I'm losing. I hate daylight savings time.
I do too.
Oh, man.
This hour. I think that we need to vote or something.
They thinking about trying to do it.
Leave our time alone.
Power curve.
I think they're voting on it now on whether to not have daylight savings time.
I know in South Carolina and Georgia, so I don't know how it would affect other places.
Along with the 4-day work week.
Oh no,
I'm good
sir.
with
That,
they
they
work week.
figure,
You know
they
the
figure
4-day
you
work
was
week.
a little bit. They figure you was a little bit lazy, and that's why they want to keep it 5 days.
Well, y'all, shout out. We got Julius. How you forget that? Shout out to Natalie Leggett. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Natalie. Oh, yeah, I got to send her the link. She wanted to come on the show.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot all about it. Let me send her the link.
I think she turned what 50 today.
25.
I saw it somewhere.
It's 25.
Natalie 25.
Yeah.
25.
Huh. Could fool me. I thought she was at least 35.
No, I ain't gonna do with that.
Don't go there.
I ain't gonna do with that. You and your
Yeah,
God.
you guys look at March Madness. Any major upsets?
No, the upset gonna come in November.
Oh, good
That's a
one.
good one, Robin.
Welcome to the day.
Good one.
That's a good one, Robin. We don't
That's
need to
a
add
good
no
one.
more jokes of the day. That cover it.
Well, I don't know where Bernard at,
Yeah.
but Bernard Jamal is here. He's here to stand up for himself, and you're not here. Bernard is missing.
He's scared. He's scared. He's scared.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He's scared.
Y'all gonna make Bernard pop up on the show now.
Come on, little fella, where you at?
Well, y'all know we got some interesting topics. I'm trying to get this here right for tonight for our.
And he need to come because I can't be on all night because I gotta go back to another spot. So I ain't got all night. I ain't got all night.
You hear that, Bernard?
Where you going?
I'm not in the lab. I'm in the studio. So I got, I ain't had eight. I ain't had eight yet.
Awesome. We going to the we need to go to the bar.
He had 8. Really?
I ain't had eight.
I can't stand you.
He had 8.
Yeah,
Okay, y'all know we got the general discussion. We're gonna get on with the second half of the case against Mayor Van Johnson, part 2. We'll do that at about 8 o'clock, 8:15 or so, and get that out of the way. But right now we're on general discussion, and our first one is everybody's favorite guy. Jamal. I know they say you and him are cousins because everybody Jamal cousin. Everybody Jamal cousin.
They favor each other. They look alike.
They show it. The hat, and every they is cousin. And the guy right behind Tiger right there, that's Jamal cousin too with the hat on.
I don't think he
Tiger.
likes Jamal.
Tiger and his girlfriend
Tiger
Eric.
do.
Huh?
I really think Tiger favor him a great deal. Look at the cheekbone, both of them.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
they cousin.
Yeah, some people have said that. So yeah.
Yeah.
He can't play no ball.
He's Caucasian. I'm just Cuban.
Oh, okay. That's it.
Right.
Well, we got the him and his girlfriend Erica Herman broke up. Now the backstory is, do y'all think Erica deserves any money at all? Erica said that they had a prenup, not a prenup, but an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, and she signed it, and now they broke up, and she's saying that Tiger broke the arrangements in the agreement, and now she's owed $30 million. $30 million. Erica, I don't know whether your cat is that good.
Oh, no.
I don't know whether $30 million you should get. $3 million probably, but I don't know about 30. That's just my opinion. And then 30 million, Tiger, you deserve to get sued for 300 million. You dumbass.
Listen. You know how they got out of the house? She had supposed to go on a trip someplace, and the airplane tickets supposed to have been at the airport, and she packed up her bags and went to the airport and looked for the tickets. Guess what? Wasn't no tickets. She tried to come back home. She couldn't get back in.
But
And
the thing is, they should have let her back. They should have gave her the tickets, let her get on there.
Well,
they done locked the doors, changed the locks and everything by the time she got back.
right.
You had no passcode to the gate or nothing. Now, they did the girl wrong on that. What you say, Sandra?
Well, you know what? Y'all know how I feel about some of our people crossing lines. So I feel like they deserve whatever they get when they get over there. So if they're fine with their money, because as soon as these people see them, they want to get with them because they already see a cash cow. Even if they're only with them for 6 months, 12 months, prenup, no prenup, NDA, no NDA, they're going to try to figure out a way to leave with more money than they came with. Should she get $30 million for just being a jump off? No.
I think my opinion is that she went high and hoping they go low and say, you don't deserve 30 million, we'll give you 2 or 3 million. And that's her aim, and I don't think she deserved that. And what most white women see, black athletes and black people who have that kind of ability, they see a meal ticket when black people under the impression they really love them. And I think they love them economic, because when I was single, not one white girl ever came up there and started liking Charlie Brown, because I was making at that time, when Ms. Brown met me, I was making close to, I guess, $3.97 an hour. And not one white girl ever said, I like you.
They was overpaying you, $3.97 an hour.
That was a lot of money back then.
They were overpaying Charlie, y'all.
Why did I have to get overpaid? That was a good salary. I used to bring home over $75 a week.
Everybody got quiet.
$75 a week.
Everybody got real quiet. Oh, okay.
$75 a week.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember I was making $4 and something an hour working part-time at the Old Fort Jackson Museum.
I remember my first job, I was making $5.15 an hour working at Candler Hospital as a unit secretary.
Really?
Wow. Did any white men come up to you and want to marry you?
Heck no.
Okay.
They didn't even want to hire me, actually, but hey, affirmative action.
Look at you now.
I would have hired you. I would have hired you.
Look at me now.
Hallelujah. There you go.
Yeah, but again, what's happening to him, he should, this first woman was, that he give, I don't know, millions and millions of dollars, was actually the baby nanny, if I'm not mistaken, and he ended up marrying her and giving her that kind of money. And it made her a very rich person. I think it keep putting the money into the white people's hands, economic, and never into the black hands. And that's crazy. And this white girl is doing the same thing. A black girl wouldn't have probably asked for nothing but $100,000.
She probably would have got escorted out for breaking his car up or something, busting the car windshield.
Yeah.
All that.
I never thought about that either, Sean.
Well, I'm looking for something. I can't find it. Y'all see me looking funny at the screen.
Anybody else got something to say?
Yeah, I do. I want to give a shout out to my nephew, my church family brother, Jaden Jones, who he plays for the Adam Johnson House Adam Smashers. He signed with Savannah State today, so shout out to Jaden.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's my boy.
And what
he signed? Where?
He's playing for Savannah State. He'll be playing football for Savannah State.
Savannah State got a football team.
Don't be messy now. Get them to Ray.
I didn't know.
Get 'em
I
to
didn't
Ray.
know. My
Get 'em.
bad.
Be messy.
Well, a good Georgia class 17 will give them a good game.
Now, nephew on that. You ain't gonna talk about him now.
Well, we hope your nephew much success, and we hope that you'll go out and cover the games for Ebony Sports Reporters.
Oh Lord, Jamal Teray, I'm gonna sign him to that
and before we get off Tiger Woods, I think the agreement they had was an oral agreement, and I don't think she have no witnesses that can verify it. I think she's not going to get anything from this, in my opinion.
How does that song go? It's cheaper to keep her.
Hey,
Well,
there's
this
another
is
song.
not married.
There's another song. There's another song that said, "If you want to go, baby, you go ahead on that." No.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
But I'm sure he wanted her to walk with millions. You know what I'm saying? Walk with millions. Come on now.
Hey, and like Julia said, if her pet cat was that, hey, you got a pet, she got to take care of it.
Now, why you didn't say that Julie say? You could
Cat was gonna cost a lot of money.
I mean, think about this.
Well, he
Think about
told the
this, man.
truth, Julie. You did say Kit Kat to get candy back.
Think about this now. She is going, when she leaves Tiger, right?
All right.
She's gonna go where? It's not like she's going coming down or anything. She's gonna go off and to new people, correct? 9 times out of 10, she's gonna have more money, more Tiger's money than the next guy she ends up dating or with and all that other stuff. Now, just like Chris Rock said a while back, you know, he don't see why he's not blaming OJ, but he see why. You understand?
Yeah.
He can see how it happened, why it happened.
I don't see that. I don't see none of that.
It's like,
I
I mean, I would get upset about seeing a guy with a new pair of Jordans that I know came out of my checking account. You know what I'm saying? Much less $30 million. Now this guy driving around, flying around, all this other stuff on my dime.
So I noticed in the conversation, no one have been really pro Tiger Woods at all. So Tiger Woods,
He did what he deserved.
is anyone pro Tiger Woods at all?
Bernard Brown probably would be, because he loves Tiger. Bernard loved Tiger.
You like them toes, Tiger toes.
Well, all I'm gonna say, I'm giving you my opinion. It's what goes around. I guess if he like it, he did it before, then he'll continue to do it. And I don't think he ever dated people look like y'all in the first place.
Yeah, exactly. We too dark persuasion.
Well,
you know, it's like he actually like had interviews where he's like, hey, you know, you always bring up the black side of me. Why no one ever talks about the white side? I mean, not the white, the Thai side of me, you know.
It's not like somebody that hold a watermelon. Oh, let me not go down. My bad. He's 2% Irish.
2% Irish.
Bernard, Robert, you gonna get in trouble?
He wish.
You gonna get in trouble? Charlie Brown.
I
telling you gonna get in
what
trouble.
Tiger said.
All I'm gonna say is this: y'all guys be careful. I think a bunch of you guys out there might be single.
Okay.
There are a lot of great-looking black women's out here. If you can find one and date her, do the best you can. You don't have Tiger Woods money. You might be $1,000 there. She'll take that white woman gonna take them thousands of dollars and run to the bank with it, and you ain't gonna have it. So I'm letting y'all guys know. All right.
You ever had any 3 million? Somebody says that she should be getting 3 million. You ever had any 3 million, Becky, Bernard? I mean, Charlie, $30 million worth? You ain't worth any of that.
No.
You know what? I just call.
What, Robert?
I ain't gonna
Come
say.
on.
What you saying? You had some $30 million
on
in
the
I
subject.
ain't in there.
You just don't want to talk about your relative, or you just what's? I mean, why are you so quiet on the subject?
He's kidding everybody. He just had somebody on his show just now that he said is his cousin. And I've been dealing with. I ain't never knew that this guy was his cousin. You don't know his mama? You know?
Again, and now I see when people be talking about me, they don't realize who be related to me, and they come back and tell me. So they'll be like, yeah, I know, I got something for them. And see, my relatives don't have no problem. They stand and say, yeah, you said this about it. So yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I'll go and say this while I was being quiet. Now, when Tiger was playing down here, and that again, and Charlie and y'all alluded to this right here. And there's somebody, I have to go and say, I'm just throwing out there. There's somebody who did go to Jenkins, somebody who went to Savannah State. He had information. He used to tell me, he's like, man, and this is what he said. He was like, man, Tiger driving the white girls crazy. Right down here, over on Hilton Head and all, and right in the area, because that was the deal was. And so then that's when I first learned about it. I was like, what? And then he's like, yo, man, he's like, he got him. And so then I'm like saying, so when he married the nanny, I was like saying, I wasn't surprised. I'm like, because that's all he's been dealing with. And that this is someone that some of y'all might know this person. And he discussed, he's like, man, Jamal, he like, that's what he goes after. That's what he wants. And he going through all of them.
So he's getting what he deserves.
Just to show you something, and it didn't matter if they were a waitress or whatever, because that's exactly how. So when he married the nanny, I was like,
As long as they was white, they was right. They make no difference. That impression I get, and guess what? I don't feel sorry for him. If she could get 30 million, shake him dry.
Yeah.
Okay, sign me up.
I think.
Well, you know I got his name anyway. Right?
No, how you got his name, Sean?
Come on now.
I don't know. Well,
His mama Ty.
Uh-huh.
And his daddy, black.
And
Ty. Girl. You don't get it?
Bye, Sean. Goodbye.
I ain't thought about that, Ty. Sean.
Senator McKeithen, can you help me out on this? You got a couple masters.
Okay.
Explain that to me, please.
No.
I'm not traveling down on that.
I'm not going in there either, Sean.
No, Trev, we're going to get on to our next subject. Savannah Hurricanes. Here they go. They play Saturday. We got free tickets for y'all. Free tickets. All y'all got to do is call in and get these tickets. We got the tickets right here. Call in and get these tickets and come and go to this basketball game. Is the only one y'all gonna see. They played all their home games at Beach High School. This game will be at Beach this Saturday at 3 p.m. We'll probably do our show from there, a special edition of the Ebony Sports Reporters, and we hoping that you all come out. We got all the tickets right here. Just come on out and get your tickets. You got your tickets right here.
I need to ask a question, Julius. How many teams are in the conference, in their particular conference they're playing? Is it semi-pro?
Yes.
Yeah, semi-pro.
How many? What conference are they playing in? What are they calling themselves? Y'all know?
They're the Savannah Hurricanes.
No, the conference. You talking about the
conference?
They have to play in some sort of league.
I had the name of the conference. I can't remember right off hand.
Right. So they'll be playing
Let's see if it's on the flyer.
They'll be playing
team out of Atlanta.
The TBL Southern
TTBL.
Yes.
Yeah,
I like that. Oh,
TTBL League.
TT Southern
We're gonna have a
playoff game.
Our press T-shirts by then. Our press T-shirts.
Yeah, me and Bernard, me and Robert and Jamal, we had lunch with the owner right there, Lindsay Streeter.
Yeah.
We had lunch with him
the
other night. he's given us these tickets to come to the game.
Nelly
Anybody
will
wanting them, please call us. Anybody on this panel, call us. We'll get you the tickets. I got about 60 of them left here, so 50. I got 8. Somebody called for 8 of them today. So
send me
Brightwell and her
phone.
crew.
Send me phone.
What's the number?
Number what?
To call.
912-572-3798. I'm gonna put it on the board. Just call me or anybody on here. Email us. Tell us you need tickets. Also, those people that want a copy of the magazine, we got the magazine out this month. The Hello Savannah is already out. Monday, Port City Review will be out, and we're going to have limited edition printed copies, but we sent everybody their copy in the digital email. All of you all should have a copy. Click on it. Don't be scared to open it. It's from me, especially. Don't be scared to open it and look at this month's edition. It's a Women's Month edition. So y'all call.
Yeah, I saw the cover. The cover looked good, Julius. The cover looked real good.
Yeah.
The staff did a good job on the cover. It got impact. Every individual woman, except the moderator, I guess, are in office right now.
Yeah, I thought it was really nice. Yeah.
Excellent cover. All right, we done talked about Tiger Woods. We were talking about basketball now.
Yeah, I'm putting up the number.
I guess this will give a lot of athletes who might not have made it in the NBA or the G League is an opportunity to play in this league, and they might get discovered. They're trying to go on to the NBA. I like it.
Well, in fact, that's what Lenza Street has discussed when he had the first debut of them. We were there at the sports report, and he discussed that he will be doing them a disservice if they do not wind up getting contracts to at least play overseas. And so that this was about, and some of them are former Savannah State alums also. Some are also been affiliated with 2717. So again, people around, folks know some of them, and so that's why again he was like, hey, this is again help them transition and now go and play overseas and have some other contracts. So yeah,
right.
They do need.
Julius, I just want to say it's like a bridge over to the G League or to the professional overseas, Italy and places like that. That's a good thing because a lot of athletes are very good, but just don't have the opportunity to break. And people get to see them, and scouts will get to see them. And that's how George Gervin, I'm old enough to remember him. That's how he got discovered. George Gervin got discovered.
Uncle Sean.
The NBA needs competition out there anyway. So, like, they need another league besides that. I thought that Ice Cube and someone else was trying to start another league.
Oh, they do. They have it.
Right.
It's a 3-on-3.
It's 3-on. Oh, that's right. 3-on-3 basketball or whatever.
And something like this is needed because back in the day, if they had this back in the day, Mr. Brown might have made the semi-pros.
No, Julius, I appreciate the compliment. I probably would have been good at helping the coach sit on the end of the bench and get stuff he needs. Towels, basketball. I'll be honest with you. That's what I'd have been good at.
Okay, we're going to get to our next subject. Silicon Valley Bank has failed, and another bank failed behind it. Do y'all think that this is something for us to be afraid of? Should I go jank my money out of Truist and Wells Fargo and Navy Federal?
No, this for people who got more than $1,000. Not you.
I'm fine. I know I'm fine.
You know what?
How you gonna get up and embarrass yourself talking about jank? What you gonna jank out? About $199.57. What the heck?
Aren't we under FDIC? We're insured up to $250,000, right?
Correct.
And then after that, what is it on you?
Well,
basically.
but your bank have to be a member of that. there are some private banks are not a member of that.
So when you walk through the door, it's sitting there on the door.
You should never put your money into a place. I mean, that's just like putting it into your in somebody else's suitcase or something, you know. I mean, saying just hold this for me, you know. No.
There are banks out here are not a member of that. I'm not saying a lot of them, but there are banks are not affiliated. Private banks are not affiliated with that because they don't want to follow bank regulation to do things.
And you should walk away if you don't see the FDIC on the door. You need to walk away.
I believe it. Bye.
Yeah. And I guess that's why so many people have their monies, you know, especially rich people, they have their monies in different banks, you know, split up into different accounts and banks and everything. So
you're right, Adam Butler.
And a part of that too is you honestly, all your money don't need to be in the bank. Some of your money you got to invest. If you understand that. So I mean, if you got the capital to do it, do some investing. Your money should be working for you while you're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is true.
But
Adam's saying the league probably folded because Ice Cube them 3-on-3, they didn't have the sponsorship or the backing.
Yeah, that's huge. Sponsorship is huge in that industry.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. It's like a lot of people afraid to go against the NBA. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid to go against say some small company wanted to invest with Ice Cube. The NBA will sit back and say, hey, we was going to give y'all the opportunity to do this. If y'all didn't do this, then they sit back and they get scared out of the
power.
Out of the right.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, you guys have to realize the one who got the gold make the rules, okay? NBA is a billionaire club, and they're not going to let just any league start in. We as supporter of the NBA, if there is another league starting, we have to put our economics behind those teams and support those teams because they can't get sponsorship because the NBA can put pressure on them. So let's get real. And back to the banks for a minute. The federal government said they're going to back all the money that they lost, even if the amount is over $250,000.
You say even if it is?
Huh?
They said even if it's over 250 that they will still cover it?
Yes.
Wow.
All deposits will be covered.
That sounds like a bank bailout to me.
Yeah, that sounds like a bailout because
they say it's not going to cost the taxpayers any money.
That's
right.
So that's what they say. It's not going to cost the taxpayers any money.
But they said that the banks in Wall Street have like a little exclusive fund that they dump money into or whatever.
The only person going, huh? Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, they were saying that there's like that they have like a secured account that all the stock markets that's trading in Wall Street, they have like a little dump account that's where they're going to take that money from.
That's good. Then they'll own the bank. Go ahead, Charlie.
The only person that's going to pay the price, the investors of the bank, they're going to lose on the deal. But the depositors are not going to lose any money. They're going to make it all good. That's what I was trying to say, Sean. I was just piggybacking, but I jumped the curve too quick on you, and I apologize.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, John. John, I dropped that sign off today. The ugly sign that Charlie don't like.
Hey, Kenneth Jenkins on. Hey, Anna. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Terry Mobley. Hey, everybody that's watching. Y'all share for us. Share it with all your friends so they can watch it also. They did say that they are going to cover everything, even over $250,000. They said nobody will lose a dime in this.
That's correct.
Which is good. Let them cover those people. I don't have to worry about my $100 and how much, Charlie? $59.
$199.57.
Oh, okay. I don't have to worry about that. It's secure.
Can we go back to the NBA? Because I had a question. Huh? All right, Mr. Brown.
Come on, get somebody else to do it.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Sean?
Nah, Charlie Brown. Were you around when what was it, the CBA?
Yes.
ABA.
They were the competition against the NBA at one point in time, right?
ABA.
No.
ABA.
The
No.
ABA? Okay, ABA.
The ABA, but the CBA was a continental type league that we had Tico Brown shooting sellout shots from half court.
Yeah.
Brown.
I remember that.
And guess
What is
who?
that, Jamal?
And guess who drafted?
Jamal Brown is
Huh?
black elation, like his homeboy Tiger Woods. Bernard, the link is sent to you. I don't know why you ain't got it. Bernard said the link ain't sent to you.
How can I just? I got my phone in my hand. I ain't do nothing. How can I do?
While we speaking of Jamal Teray, Jamal Teray wants to put a sign in the yard. I'm gonna give me your address so I can drop it in the yard. Julius is gonna address.
No. What was discussed?
Oh, I can't hear it right now.
What was discussed on Sunday? Julius Hall said he's gonna get your sign. He has a place where he's gonna put your sign. He already saw a spot where he's gonna put your sign at.
It's in your yard. It's your yard. We talked about it.
Huh?
It's your yard. We talked about it.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
you ain't talking to Julius
You were
Hall.
excited about it.
It's in the 5th district. It's
That's
right there. It's right there on a good street. It's right next to the current city council member house.
Oh,
You know, so give me the sign. I'll go put it there.
Oh,
We'll see.
I will get a new one.
Up.
I'll even give you the newer look. The newer look will be here soon.
Okay.
Julius
So
Hall
get that for us. Okay, we're gonna go to a subject that's near to Houston, Texas, and our co-host here, Fannie Lou. Fannie Lou, I understand that y'all school system is so bad that the state done took it over. Is that true, or is the state just came in and took over y'all school system, and because it's black people that's running it?
Well, what has happened is for the last 3 years or 4 maybe, HISD, which is Houston, Harris County District, has been going through, transitions, and some of the schools were failing, and they put them on a, not punishment, but probation, so to speak. And then they hired in a new superintendent, which he came in, and to my understanding, the school system has gotten better. So the failing schools have come off the failing list and, moved up to maybe C rated or whatever, if they were Fs. But then the chatter continued, about the state takeover. And today, the state decided that they were going to continue with the takeover. And with this being, Houston, Harris County is the biggest district in the whole state of Georgia, in the whole state of Texas. And we're one of the biggest minority, because that's where Houston is proper, So the implications of this, this takeover is it's big, because you have a bunch of people from Austin who is now, managing schools down in Houston, and they don't care anything about those kids. I mean, they live in Austin. So,
can I ask you a question? How large? Because Chatham County is roughly 38,000, and what is Houston? probably close to 800,000. How many?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Yeah, I bet
A
it
lot of
is.
kids. A lot of kids.
There's 800,000 kids in y'all.
No, I guess that, but you don't know the amount.
I really don't know how many kids are going to be actually impacted because there's a lot of cities
Right.
that also are in the Houston, the Harris County school district. So not only Houston, but there's Missouri City and Klein, and there's
all these cities sit in the county of Houston. I mean, the county. Now, what's the county name again?
Harris
County. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Someone don't mind looking it up right quick. If you're not on the show, if you guys don't mind looking it up right quick, I'd like to just see what is the school population in public school in Harris County, and then get it back with us. Because I say it's a team. When we on the air, we ask you to share, and we also ask you to be a part of the show. So I need you to look that up right quick for us. Harris County. Thank you. Go ahead. And in Texas. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, now, what has happened in Texas, some of y'all may not remember, this was the same issue that was happening in Georgia when under our governor, they want to create a system with regard to the state board of education that they will not come in and that they now will begin to determine it. And this becomes a political process that they had tried to initiate, and we basically rejected that because their sentiments was that if they not have that, they could come to Chatham County and do something similar to Chatham County. And so what you're looking at, it is basically, I'm just going to say conservative Republicans across the board trying to control educational narrative for all children, but in particular, hurting African-American children in particular. And children of color.
And it's 214,175.
Good night. That's a lot. Yep. 214,000. See, that make Julius. That make almost 5 hours.
Yeah, we only have 37,000 students.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Terry says 894,000 students.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at it right now. We got 284 schools.
Yeah.
284.
And we have the number of students is 214,175.
Sean, do y'all are bigger than Dallas?
Yeah,
I think they are bigger than Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive.
Yep.
Mm-mm. Adam said you're right. Harris County is both politically and racially motivated. The parents have to put work in with their kids, teach them after school, and that's a lot of what needs to happen. They need the after school programs that you can put these kids in because the parents are working 2 jobs to make ends meet, and some of these women don't have a man in the house because they want to be the man. Oh, that's another show.
Oh,
no. Really? Is that the reason why there's no men in the house?
No, that's another show for us to have that. I'm not saying that they want to be a man. I'm saying that they want to be the man. They want to rule the household.
No, well, so I need you to put that.
Put that on Brown might go for it. Sean might go for it. Jamar and Robert might go for it. But me and Jamar ain't going for it.
Put it on the agenda. I bet you wouldn't.
That's a two-headed monster.
Oh, snap challenge.
That's a two-headed monster. You're going to see two-headed monsters walking around.
You say, do that. Run, tell that.
Yeah, Terry.
But look, talk about education. Y'all see in Florida how DeSantis has created such a ruckus where some of the black fraternities and sororities may no longer exist on college campuses because they want to develop this whole system where they remove any funding or support around multicultural services, which is what I've done for years. So your multicultural officers, your diversity officers, and all of that will be moved off campus.
Fam, you?
Everybody.
Wow.
Kenny Jenkins, back then, the moms had to be the man in the house. But nowadays, the women want to run the men. So we'll have that discussion. That's next week. We'll put it on the agenda, Chandra, so we can talk about it and have a discussion.
I hope you got your whole 2 hours.
Me and Bernard ain't going for it. You ain't for the run out. Isn't that right, Bernard?
I'll make sure I'm on that one.
Bernard ain't going to that.
I run my own house.
Right.
Okay.
See?
Hey, my people. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, Bernard.
I'm go. Y'all say what y'all want to say. Man who argue with woman during the day get no peace at night. So y'all continue to do what y'all want to do, okay? I'm planning to get
like a P-I-E-C-E or P-E-A-C-E.
No,
P-I-E-C.
I'm try one more time. Man who argue with woman during the day get no peace at night. So I want to be able to sleep, and I don't want to be up all night long discussing nothing.
That's your house, Mr. Brown. That's your house.
Well, Bernard, I'm speaking for me. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate
it. And you don't have to abide by it because you ain't got a wife in the house with you. So you can be quiet.
That's it. That's right.
Okay.
I had 35 years.
Bernard, what is that at the bottom of the screen?
In the house.
Now, what that is, but yeah. We mess as hell.
Hey, come on now. Really?
He got control tonight, Bernard.
Bernard, he's bigger than that.
He got control. He can mute you and all, Bernard. He can mute you and all.
Who in control?
Jamal.
Oh,
how am I in control? My hands, you see how I've been sitting. How can I do anything?
That's why he called me. Hey, that's all right. He can have me in control.
You know what? We know it's you, Jamal, because you're the only one that can spell that word.
Oh, you're right.
How you get him control, man? Come on.
We're going to say hello to Sir Deeply Frazier.
He can't control this cussing out.
I called Bernard twice today. He ain't even answer the phone.
I was in a meeting. Cussing folks out. Cussing folks out.
Well,
cussing my family out. They got on my damn nerve. Don't women.
What are y'all going to do about that? What are y'all going to do about the school system being taken over by the state? Well, how do y'all get out of that? Do you know any short answers for us?
Well, 2 things. My son attends Fort Bend County school system. So it's like outside of Harris County. So it doesn't affect us. But it does. I feel sorry for the ones that it does. So my suggestion is I hate the fact that we're always reactive, and this is the reason why they keep being able to pass laws, just like this school choice law that they're, policy that they're trying to get passed, that's going to take a lot of money away from public schools.
Right.
Just like the bills that they have, restricting what the kids can read, restricting, what can be taught in the schools. If people would start, as soon as they hear something, just start lining up and start sending letters and everything, instead of waiting until they come and take it, because it's harder to get it back once the ball starts rolling downhill.
I'm going to ask you a question, if you don't mind. Why did you put your son in another system? You saw what was happening, or what was your reason and why?
Because we moved over here, just like everybody moves to Bryan County,
right?
from, everybody was moving to Bryan County from Chatham, so that their kids could go to those Bryan County schools. That's how it is here. I didn't want my son to go to HISD, even though they do, out of the 284 schools, they do have some, very high performing schools. But
so you just made your son, you just wanted to maintain the county where y'all came from. Okay, exactly. That's all I asked. I thought maybe you was aware of that system wasn't that good at the time.
Yes, when I initially moved down here, that's why I moved over here. When I moved to Texas, I knew that the school system, it was iffy.
Okay. All right. Well, keep us updated on that, Sandra, so we can put that on with the subject that you on there for next week about the women and why they want to be the man in the house. Put that. Make sure those are two of the subjects right there. We're gonna get on to our next topic of discussion, and this is sad right here. A young man told his mom he was being followed by three white men in 3 pickup trucks. So it was 3 of them in 3 pickup trucks. And then they say his family say he was found dismembered. Rasheem Carter family believes police in Taylorsville, Mississippi are hiding details about his death. That's him right there on the screen. And he was dismembered after he was on the phone talking to his mom saying he's being followed by 3 white men. Mississippi, I could tell you that they do that in Mississippi in these rural counties. But you ain't bring it. Follow me and Bernard.
Sound like we need to pull up a Mississippi in a big number, like a million man march. Tell that motherfucker.
Listen, man. Let me tell y'all something. Black folks ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all talking about pulling up and doing this and doing that. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. All y'all want to do is run y'all mouth and say we gonna do this here. After they done buried that boy in Memphis, we ain't hear no walking or nothing at the end of the day. All y'all want to do is talk. Shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna do the right thing, and if we ain't gonna do it in a number and continuation, they gonna always treat us like that. The white man gonna always do that. They gonna always hang us. They gonna always do that. Just because you got a lot of money, you say, oh well, you 2% Asian, 2% Irish, like that punk who bail y'all. Man, shut up. I am so tired of these. I am so tired of y'all black folks saying what y'all gonna do. Y'all ain't gonna do shit.
You are right, Bernard. And, I'll even go further. It is the slavery system, that is rampant in so many of these states. Mississippi being one, Alabama, Georgia, parts of Georgia, Texas. The black people, they lack courage. Even though we are far, we're removed from slavery and we're removed from Jim Crow. It's still in the back of their mind that, we cannot do it,
You forgot Savannah. You forgot
Savannah. I said Georgia as a whole.
And Savannah, man, please. You know what? I know y'all. I guarantee y'all wish I didn't come on the show tonight. Some of y'all, trust me.
Stir the pot. Stir.
You ever been in that?
Sean.
You ever been in that situation? You remember the first time you cursed in public?
I got time for this bullshit.
The first time you cursed in public around a bunch of people.
It was Sean trying to say something.
And you didn't get in trouble for it. That feeling that you got, like, oh snap, I'm an adult. Oh snap, I'm the consequences wasn't as bad as, just like in school. Ooh, everybody, what's gonna happen now? You would shake because of the fear. And I think that's where a lot of us black folks are. We wouldn't dare touch the Capitol building like that because of the simple fact that we know or we expect next is you know what I'm saying? by the bullets, the rounds.
I tried. That ain't it.
Go ahead, Robert.
That ain't it.
You don't think so?
No, Sean. And I'm gonna use me and my mom and dad as an example. My mother and father are very conservative, do things right, the politically correct way. I agree with that to a extent. And give me a minute because I'm gonna use a cuss word. But at the end of the day, the way I'm built, don't fuck with me like that. Because at the end of the day, I've seen things. I've been in meetings. I've been around the disparities. And I'm sick, like Bernard, I'm sick and tired. There's a way I carry myself. But we are at a point where the Malcolm X way of doing things has got to be the dominant way of doing things. And that means going in and kicking down doors and cussing folk asses out. I'm like Bernard. I don't mean to cuss on that because I know I'm running fault. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to sugarcoat you. I tell people this all the time. My name ain't Facebook, so I'm not here for your likes. But all this playing around and bullshit, we need to go tear that damn town up. Period. There's no way, because it could be any of us. I said this the night that the young brother in Florida got killed for getting some Skittles. And all we do is keep talking and prayers and all that bullshit. Time out. It's time to kick in some doors and start telling people we are better than that. We're not going to tolerate it. Now, I don't mean going in there with some guns and being rude and going to jail. That's going to take part of it too. But I'm also
that's what it sounds like
taking over and changing policy and telling people who want to change charters that you're going to get your behind out the way too. Because if you ain't for us, you are a part of the enemy. Mm-hmm. And that's when we got to start doing stuff. Cut all the politically correct stuff out. You're going to either be in, if you get in our way, you're going to get your ass kicked.
I like that fire. I like that fire, bro. That's a fire that everybody was looking for. Now go knock on some doors.
Yeah. I'm starting Colonial Village tomorrow.
I want people to stop repeating the narrative of. I saw a comment come up, and this is where my reply is to this comment that talks about us not respecting each other. So that's why they don't respect us. It's following the narrative of this black on black, this fictitious black on black crime. Okay. I need for everybody that's holding that in their head as a reason why that gives anybody a pass, because there's no such thing as black on black crime. There's no such thing as, there's white on white crime. There's where you live crime. So if you live with white people, that's usually who you gonna kill if something pop off. If the predominant people if I live with Chris and me and him have a falling out and I'm just a violent person, I'm not going downstairs to kill my Mexican neighbors. I'm going to get Chris. In the same thing with my Mexican neighbors. They killing each other. So if y'all think that that's a thing, I want you to stop watching Fox News, okay? Because that's not a thing. And it comes, we have to say we want our murders, this dismemberment of this young boy, we want our dismemberments and murders highlighted just like it would be if it was a white girl missing in Mississippi. And the last phone call she put in was that there was 2 cars following her. Because we would watch that for a whole doggone half a week or more until something else came up. If it was a white girl that this happened to. So, the hell with that.
Hey.
Go ahead, Bernard.
Let me say this out. First of all, I am not in the mood for a bunch of Jamal-ass jokes. Okay? At the end of the day, life ain't always about fun and games. People's lives are at stake. Okay? So you sitting in that corner with that ugly ass hat on, hey, don't mute me no damn more. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be professional. I'm trying not to air dirty
That's
laundry
not nice, Jamal.
on national TV. But I'm telling you, I ain't had a good day now. You pushing the wrong button. You know, I'm telling you. So whatever come out my mouth is not affected to our black media, but that little joker in that corner, trust me. So I'm just letting that out.
Okay. John got some interesting stuff up here.
Oh, you don't love me no more?
Budgeted 70
No, that's
million
not
for small business development and 21 million for park and tree.
21 million for park and tree, 7 million for small business development. Isn't that like ass backwards?
That is
20 million for parking service. Well, I mean,
how much did I miss the council meeting? Oh,
listen, I'm trying to get a word in without being rude.
Charlie, I know better than that. That's a lie.
Okay. my concern is the reason a lot of times black do not really get very upset. As a young person, we taught to be obedient and whites taught to be aggressive. And so as you grow up, you just learn to be obedient and humble yourself. And I think that's what takes place. I'm not saying everyone, but I'm saying that's what takes place. A lot of us don't have a lot of money that we, the one who got the gold can make the rule. We have our jobs, and once we lose our jobs and we do certain things, then we homeless, or we have no place to live. And then black lives don't really matter then, because how many black people come to help you when you have no money to pay your bills after you went out and riot and things of that nature?
Or your bail even.
Yeah, and that's what they're afraid of. If there was more economic independence,
you're right, Mr.
and
Brown,
we can support each other and make them stronger economic, we will think different too.
Rioting is different than protesting.
Wait. Tools of the incompetent. And if we show up in numbers, damn all that.
Robin, I hear you. I hear you, Robin, but it's easy said than done. When you got
can you imagine
kids,
all of
Robin, when you got 4 or 5 kids, you can't go out there and riot in numbers, and then your employee who employs you.
Excuses are tools of the incompetent.
No. I want y'all to do me a favor, and y'all hear me out. I'm not scared, but Julius, y'all let me know the date y'all going to do this, because I'll have a cold. I cannot go that day because I'm sick. Because I'm coming down with the flu.
No, that's that. Let me tell you something.
Would you at least support Bill, Mr. Brown?
Thank you.
Bill? Would you support Bill?
Listen, I don't know what house. I don't know what house with a lot of people. Wait, I don't know what house with a lot of people is, but I wasn't taught to be humble. I don't give a damn about it, and I wasn't taught to be just because we got 5 and 10 kills that we gonna watch what we say or watch what we do. That's a bunch of bull. That's what's wrong with Savannah now. I left here 40 years ago and came back, and the same thing you just said, Mr. Brown, I think everybody in Savannah thinking that way, but I think a different way. At the end of the day, you slap me, I'm gonna slap you back. Ain't no turning my cheek, ain't no none of that. And a lady, let me tell you what a lady caller told me. She said, I thank you for standing up for the people in Savannah, because all these punks, and she called all the men in Savannah punks, that riding on these women's shoulder, and they don't stand up and defend them. I see that. You got all these punks. Yes, y'all punks. Go behind closed doors. Y'all want to say this here, but when y'all in public around the white folks and around the teeth folks, like y'all want to hold what y'all got to say. So I totally, Mr. Brown, disagree with that. If y'all ready to walk, let's walk. If y'all ready to hit. Mr. Brown, I understand what you're saying. Like I said, that probably was in your house, but it wasn't in my damn house.
I'm saying, you have ventured out, okay?
What do you mean?
You went to Atlanta. You moved away from Savannah for 30 years.
That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Bernard, Yes.
No, it don't.
Yes, you saw a different avenue, and we was in it most of our lives. We think that's the order it should be.
Mr. Brown.
All I'm saying, but I'm hearing you by going out and get to see how people do things in another part of the world. You do things different.
No, let me offer this. I want everybody to go back. Hold on. Go back and watch the movie Glory. Them people had nuts. That's the type of black folk we need now. Stop making these excuses up and let's stand up for our people. Anybody going? I don't give a dog on. I got to go bail out 20 people. We gotta stop being pussy.
No. Y'all being unfair. Hold on, Bernard. I was speaking for a minute.
No, you be in the rut. That's Mr. Brown. You be talking the whole time. Flash that light. Mr. Brown, you always talking. And we listen to you because you the old one. I'm just saying. Let me straighten something out with you right now. I didn't go to Atlanta to get this fire. I had this fire before I left. Period. That's why I left. And RG, that same fire you got on this show, you need to have your ass out in the community giving up that same fire. That same fire. That's what we want to see. We want to see.
Don't wait on nobody.
Wait.
Right.
And you got that little one with that hat on, don't say nothing, playing both sides. Van don't want you on this side. So you might well stay your ass over here, Jamal. Period. You might well stay over here.
I was making reference. I didn't say every single person. I was saying I have been around a long time. I was in the civil rights movement when I stood up and got arrested at 12 years old and went to a real jail, okay? I was that, okay? I'm saying to you, as I grew up as a young man and got married, I used to take my daughter to the doctor's office. I watched the little white kids run around, tear phone books, but we took our daughter and say, sit down, don't do that. So in her mind, she'd say, I have to be obedient. And the whites were taught to be aggressive. Let me tell you a story. I played on an integrated football team, and I had a good white friend. And my white friend and I was co-captain of a football game. And the referee needed a captain. There was a call made. And he said, I need a captain. My white friend and I was almost side by side. He stepped up and said, this is important. I'll take it. And I looked at him, and I never forgot that. And the reason why I humble myself, because I was taught to sort of, don't do that. Don't be aggressive like that.
Charlie, put Rabble in the trash.
Robert, I'm not
put it in the
saying
trash.
Everyone is like that.
Put it in the trash.
I ain't made that way.
Doesn't matter anymore.
I've been this way since I was 4 years old. And I told the white man about his ass when I was growing up. I told the black one, and that's why I used to get a beating.
I had my hand up.
And that's why I used to get the beating. Well, okay, let me finish, Jamal. You the one running the show. You finish when I finish.
No.
At the end of the day,
I had my hand up.
At the end of the day, I was taught it's not about respect. It's about standing up for yourself. Okay? And it's not switching side for side and stand up for on one side when it's right, and then stand up with the other side if you agree or disagree. Okay? So at the end of the day, man, people tired of y'all switching sides, and trust me, I'm voting for Keisha Carter, okay, for mayor, and I'm endorsing her, period. At the end of the day, I'm not gonna jump on Van because he's sliding you whatever he's sliding you, okay, Jamal? Period.
So I said I had my hand up. So I'm gonna go back and tell y'all something. What happened? I want to say that it probably happened, if it's not beginning of the year or the end of last year. Charlie Brown said something, and I went off on Charlie Brown and Ballot. Later on, Julius Hall said that he contacted me. He said, Jamal, you know the show is about opinions, and I had said to y'all, I had said on the show. So I'm gonna let all y'all know, none of you can ever come at me because I've been in this struggle longer than pretty much all of you except for Charlie Brown. So that's why some of y'all don't realize. So hold up, I'm gonna let you know right now. Some people go and tell you, Jamal. That's why some people understand about me, and they ain't going. Now I'm just gonna put it on there. They say Claude Lee III been out here since he was at Jenkins. Prior to Jenkins, he had been in the struggle fighting for our people. So now let's go back to Savannah State University. We got rid of a president at Savannah State University. So now let me go back, and in the 1990s, that's why some of y'all, some people. So
1996.
Oh no, this is before 1996. This is Wendell G. Rayburn. So that's why I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Dr. Wolf.
Oh no, this is before Wolf that we set this up. That again, and so we on the press conference at the Savannah Morning News and the Evening Press. When we have a press conference where we demand to get rid of a president. We have the same people that y'all see walking around here. Some of them right now. Some of y'all work with, some of y'all know, they told us that we could not do this. Guess how old we were? 19 and 20 years old. And so in the 1990s, what are we doing also? We are the ones when brothers are being killed. We are the ones have a Brother Day March. We are the ones taking it to the streets of Savannah. So that's why I tell people, and then coming into the 2000s, guess what? So now y'all talk about this. Some of y'all talk about, hey, some people gonna say Jamal got fired. You know why Jamal got fired from jobs? Because Jamal stood up to people. So some people understand. That's why what I often go and do, I just sit back and I let y'all go and say it. The people who know what time it is, they know. And that's why even some of your elected officials who are in place right now go and say, listen here, he has been our voice in this community. Not in the 2000s, in the 1990s, in the 1980s. So that's why I say, so anybody on this show, if anything, what I'm going to let y'all know right now, what you better be saying, y'all talking about elders in this community who have done stuff here, you better be understanding Jamal Touré has been there. And I'll let you know some other people are saying, Jamal, don't let nobody, and I'm going to put it out there to you, don't let nobody ever let you think that you would not have an impact in this community. So what some of y'all see in the 2000s, what you don't realize, that I'll tell you about memory, guess what? You thought it just happened like that? It ain't happened like that because some of us put ourselves out there, like Benjamin Van Clark. So when you talk about this right here, that's why I tell people, no, that's why. And I don't generally try to go and do this right here. But I go and say, the people who know what time it is. So if I even go and joke and laugh about something, guess what? I done been in the doggone trenches, and I ain't even used the profanity. I've been in the trenches since I was in high school when we stood up. So some of y'all don't even realize that we had riots at Jenkins. So no, I'm saying right now, chill out.
No.
Because guess what?
Anybody saying nothing about you, what you not doing. Anybody saying nothing about what you not doing.
Somebody say something, you get all sensitive about it.
No, I ain't sensitive. Trust me.
That's why I'm saying right now to you that if you are in this struggle, then you're going to have to find a way not to be picked.
I did my work. You did it in Savannah. I did it in Atlanta.
So what you need to do right now, I'm going to tell you, if
anybody saying what you ain't doing.
Yo, brother,
I respect you
because what you have done, and I'm going to chill out with that.
You don't get sensitive.
Talk about it. I understand because guess what?
Don't get sensitive.
You are the one that has been out there. You have been out there, and I respect that right there.
And
so
you've been out there too.
You're going to show the respect. You're going to show the respect.
And you're going to show the respect over here.
So you need to chill. So if
you need
I
to chill.
Joke about
I need to chill.
Anybody else, then you just need to chill with the God.
No, whatever. I ain't chilling.
You will not be able to join in this right now if it wasn't for you. So
I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
Right now,
I don't want to hear. I don't want to. You ain't gonna out-talk me. You ain't gonna out-talk me, Jamal. So whatever you say, you can run it down there. You can go say whatever you want to say.
That's what.
Anyway, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. 160.
That boy, I don't want to hear all that.
Okay, well, we got it.
I don't want to hear all that, man.
We got it. We got it.
Ain't nobody saying nothing about what you did in 1914.
That's how comfortable I am about all
this. Anybody ain't saying nothing about what you did.
The deal is this right here. So chill out and respect your elders with regard to this right here. You are a child with regard to.
Hold on. I'm gonna take control. I'm gonna take control now. Hold on, Bernard. Hold on.
You know Jamal can unmute himself.
And see that's what this show is about. This show is about. Hold on. This show is about being able to agree to disagree. Both of y'all are in the community. Bernard, I sent you a text. You probably need to read it. But, you know, we are all fighting for the same cause, just in different ways. I can't fault everybody for not being as strong as I am in it. I just need you to be in it with me. So if anybody's in it with me, then I need that brother with me. Because if not, then they're not going to be with me. Bernard, you made a clarion call to all black men in this city to stand up.
Right.
That is awesome. We'll hear you and we're with you because you came from out of town to help in the cause that we're doing. I wake up and I do this every day. The reason we're on this platform is because this is what I want to do to help my community. We are all in it together. Now, what we need to be doing is talking to those people who aren't there at all. That's who we need to talk to. Those people who aren't there at all needs a reckoning day because it is incumbent upon them also to protect their communities, and they have not. They go to work every day, they're comfortable, they're in their homes, and they don't give nothing back. Nothing. Those are the people that we need to be challenging every day to get off their butts and come out and be with us in these streets. It's a call coming in November. We got to remember in November.
Right.
It's for everybody.
Julius, I just want to say to the viewing audience, what's important. I've been and I know we all in a civil rights struggle. I was just making a statement about what might be taking place. But Charlie Brown been an economic battle to empower you. I say the only way out of the mud in order to catch up, you got to economic control a lot. When you have when you have funds, you can do a lot. But when you don't have the funds, it's difficult. And I was saying, in Savannah, a lot of us can't see the forest for the trees. And you went away for a while and you got to see another part of the world to operate. I'm not saying you did not have it in you, but you got to see Atlanta, a very aggressive city. And you saying, we need to be doing just what I was thinking back in Savannah. And I understand where you're coming from. I was just telling you, while a lot of people in Savannah, I've been in the civil rights struggle for a long time. I've helped more black people than you can ever even know about, because I don't brag about it. I just be about it and do it. Always have. Julius Hall and I have worked together, and I told Julius, I said, the only way is economic. Right, Julius?
That's correct.
The only way. We can do all the talking we want to, but if we ain't got gas to ride the bus, to go wherever we going, we can't go. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But and both of y'all, I know we all, especially, you know, me and Jamar and Bernard, we always together, and we always own each other. And it's all about love. Bernard and Jamar is gonna argue like me and Charlie. But at the end of the day, it's all about love. I don't want nobody to think that we don't love each other, because it's about our opinion.
Yeah.
Bernard gets tired of Jamar being shaky. Jamar has a reason for it.
Okay, me out in my own house.
Hey, but you know what? But the people see me, Jamar, R&D, Charlie, Sonia, Sean. They see what we say. We out there fighting for them, right? And sometimes, man, I'm telling you right now, you get tired because you feel like there's nobody jumping on the boat with you to help you, but you can criticize us and throw rocks at us behind our back because we trying. Sometimes, you know, this comment may say, you know, walk in silence. Sometimes, man, walking silent ain't gonna get you nowhere. Trust me. You gotta let them know if you walk in silent with a white person, at the end of the day, man, they gonna gobble you up. But if you stand up for yourself, hey, their eyes gonna change. They're like, okay, I can't mess with this Negro right here. You know. Yeah. So it's all about I love Savannah. Everybody on here loves Savannah. It's time for a change, man. It's time for people to stand up that look like us and fight with us. I'm passionate about what I say. I'm gonna cuss you out. I don't really care. And the last thing I'm gonna say is this: my thing is this: don't touch me. Don't touch me.
And we all got this. I got faith. I got faith in all of us. We got that right there. That's what I got in all of us. We got that right there.
Amen. Hallelujah.
What you say, Robert?
But let me add this. I think to add to what Bernard is saying, I think, and I'm gonna tell you something. I learned so much from all the women Bernetta. I sat in one of her sessions where she talked about asset-based community development and just sitting there and hearing and living and seeing disparities, not only in this community, but Atlanta and Tallahassee, Florida and Virginia. And when you see that our people, Black folk, have been put way behind, continue to get dogged out, continue to get left out, ignored, and hated on, you understand the passion that Bernard has. You understand the passion. You understand the anger to know that people that don't look like us get an advantage by asking, and we can't even get basic crumbs. You would be angry too. And I've seen
it. And there's nobody, I got respect for Bernard and Jamal, even though we all have our own ways. Me and Charlie, all of us got different ways of doing it. Every time I call Charlie or go to meet Charlie, he on the phone talking politics with somebody. It's about the narrative that we're putting out there. There's no people gonna look. See, we are the Jesse Jacksons and the Martin Luther Kings and the Ralph Abernathy's and the W.W. Laws of yesterday. We are them today. Nobody wanted to follow them. They didn't want King to even come to Savannah. But everybody just loves King and revered King, Martin Luther King now. But the Black people in Savannah didn't want King to come here. They say he was a troublemaker and didn't want him here.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing is happening to us. Yeah. We got to be able to get those handkerchief head Negroes out of the way. Mm-hmm. We got to be able to close the book on them. Mm-hmm. Because what we're saying now is what matters. And what we put into and mentor into the kids coming up behind us so that they can be the future leaders. Because we all in our 60s, except for Robert.
And me.
John just looks at me. But we got to, it's a fight, it's a struggle, and it's all about love, and we're going to do what we have to do. And that comes on from what we have here. You had your hand raised or something, Jamal?
Yeah, I did. Okay. No, I was just going to throw it out there. So, and I hear what Robert said. I said, so imagine if you have 50 years of this right here. 50 years. For me, it's not 10 years, it's not 20 years, it's 50 years. 50 years of seeing this right here. 50 years. Heard I just said 50 years. 50 years. And that's why I said other people I've seen. So let me go, I'll just share something with y'all. Otis Brock III. I realized something about Otis Brock III. This was when they had a charrette over at Groves, and it was about, they were going to now transport children on a bus rodeo carousel that they were going to have. I said to myself, you're going to have children who are 5 to 6 years old leaving. And so I said Otis, so that means Otis living. So that tell you how long that goes back. They were going to be leaving their homes. Now they're going to take them to some place for them to get on another bus to go to school. And so I'm standing up there talking to Black folks who work for the Board of Education. Well, we now have the conversation. I said to them, so you're saying that our children are going to be responsible enough to get off one bus and go onto another bus early in the morning? And that some of our children will not get lost? This Black woman said to me, yeah, that's the plan. Then she said, this is my boss right here. I talked to her boss, who is a Black man also. And I'm like saying, this is the problem. I said, I disagree with this right here. So when I walk out, the person I see when I'm walking out, I'm like, Otis Brock III. Y'all got a school name from over in West Savannah. So I say, and I run it down to him. And then I said something, you know what, Jamal? Y'all had said when y'all was at Savannah State, the problem was that it was the older people in positions of power. Now, when y'all get in these positions of power, y'all gonna make the changes. Then when I looked at, when I walked off from him, I said, guess what, Jamal? Y'all are the ones. Y'all are the ones right there. Y'all are the ones. So that's why I go and say, so this fire y'all don't understand the fire. Now, other people know the fire. See, I can't act the way and say the stuff that I said because, see, some of y'all, the stuff that I would say to you in public and other people like that, they're going to tell you, no. And Reverend Karen Bless, who just died last year, Bless when it said, he like, Jamal, they don't know how radical you are. I said, right. I said, I have to meander through this world. So in each one of you, what you better understand about me, I have to meander through this world. I have to try, because if I go and spit out the stuff what I really know and what should happen, people don't like it. That's why I said, I know I have been ostracized. So that's why I said, and that's a part of what I have lived with that. That's why I'm saying I live with this and I understand. And I tell my sacrifice. That's why I tell people, that's why how I act the way that I do. I'm flipping about stuff because I'm like saying, yo, imagine 50 years of this right here. Yeah. And then you telling people constantly, like y'all got a subject matter coming up today about the weeping time. Brenda Roberts posted something today. She said, what I said 2 years ago was prophetic. Can you imagine that's the type of stuff that go on with me? Other people go and say, yo, I see people like Jamal walking around places in Africa. And I'm like I said, I'm in Savannah, Georgia, and here go people right here around me when I'm saying this stuff, not even feeling it. But guess what I got to do? I got to be diligent about it because I say, at least when I pass away, I'm going to be at peace when I go before my Creator and say, I had told them, Lord, what the deal was. See, because that's why, and one of my students asked me a question. She said, Jamal, you're not afraid to die? I said, guess what? They killed me. I said, you are here. See, that's what the deal is. So now I'm going to put it all out there. I don't give a dog about dying. I think about death every day. For us as Muslims, we don't have no fear like that. So now I'm giving y'all all my spiritual beliefs with regard to that. I understand that. Talking about sacrifice, guess what? So that's why I can be flipping about other stuff. I'm like, I understand. I could die right now, but I die in the cause of my people. And I'm telling other people must be about that too. But I understand some will not be about it. So guess who I can control about it is Jamal Teray. And so that's why I have no fear about nobody coming at me. That's why when people hear me say this right here, I say I have no fear of man or woman because I love God. They don't understand the depths of this right here. So again, no fear. That's why I can chill. And that's why I say, even when they try to come at me, try to destroy me, guess what? I've been bouncing with God to some of the same people who y'all know, who y'all talk about. Them jokers try to destroy me. Destroy me. Even people y'all celebrate and y'all love them. Some of them turn on me. Some of the same ones y'all talk about. And I'm like saying, guess what? But I ride along with it. I don't even get into it with y'all. And so I'm gonna throw something out there. Somebody threw something out there about me. Guess what? That African Family Monument, Dr. Abigail Jordan had called on a group of people to come meet her down there. Guess what? The only person who met her down there at that place down there by the Hyatt Hotel was Jamal Teray. Nobody else was around, but not everybody gonna talk about it. And Dr. Jordan, even when she turned on me, so I just gave you all the history. When she turned on me, she said, you were the only one that came and stood with me. And I looked at her like, that's right. So that story, if some of y'all want to talk about it, it is out there. Just go find the information. Talk to people like Vonette Gil Walker. She'll go and tell you, yeah, Jamal been out there. So that's why I said, this fire in me, 15 years or better. And I had to then look around at people and I can say, they don't even see what I see. But I still got to do it. And then have no fear of man or woman. And understand that I could die any day, any time. That's why I do what I do, just to plant the seeds the way that I do it.
Yeah. And I would definitely speak at your funeral.
And I want you to talk about that. I want you to say the stuff. I want you to say all the stuff. I want you to say all the stuff. I try to get him to go to the strip club when I go to the strip club.
Good repass, and all.
All right, dude.
And pull out some nut juice for me if I lie, baby.
That's right. I got you.
What's next on the agenda?
And Charlie, talk about Charlie Brown didn't give me that fried chicken. I remember that walk out the west side.
I'm guilty. You right. You called me out, and you were so right. I can remember to this day. I say it was off because I didn't want to honor it. I was wrong. Now, Joey, what's next on the menu?
Oh yeah,
I wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure that I get two people on this show in the next couple of weeks. Ivan Cohen and Brother Francis Johnson. If y'all can enlighten us and come on the show,
and share some of that knowledge. I talked to Francis the first time I really had a real deep conversation with him. He's a deep brother.
Yeah.
When Robert's father passed, we were all over at the house, and we had a great conversation that I would like to continue amongst us. In the open, it was an open dialogue. It was an awesome conversation. The brother's deep, and with my, the way that I think, and then he was telling me different things that how the reason for different things from a different standpoint. So and I'm thinking that no, you're wrong, but when you sit and you listen to somebody else's side, it's totally different. And then when I'm telling him the reason that I'm fighting so hard against some of the things that he's not fighting against, then he listened to what I'm saying. So it's just, you have to choose sides, and you have to see where what's best for the people. It's not about us. It's not about us at all. It's about the people and what we pour into these kids behind us so that they can take our place. If we're going to pour foolishness into them, that's what they'll come in giving us, foolishness. But if we pour the right stuff, if we talk to them, I know we try to raise men, strong men and strong young women, and sometimes it's a slap side of the head that they need instead of just a good talking, So Brother Johnson and Brother Cohen, I'm gonna schedule a show where I can try to get all of y'all on, so it can be 10 of us on here, men talking to men. I know Bernard will love that, because Bernard has been calling all the men to come on out and fight.
Why don't we do it Saturday on the watch show?
It's not gonna be anything about we'll ask tough questions, but we're not going to talk bad about anybody like we about to do in a minute. But
Julius,
I did that so I can see what you're about.
Watch dogs. Let's do it. Let's sign them up.
We don't have a lot of time left. We got like 24 minutes.
Can we go ahead and do the joke of the day?
No,
yes, we're gonna probably hold back on the case against Van Johnson until next week.
Right, the joke of the day, please.
Yeah, we're gonna get the joke of the day, and I got to explain to the people what we're about to do.
Okay,
we're gonna get to the joke of the day, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about my post. It has something to do with that, but we're not gonna go into the criminalization of it or the prosecution of it. We're just gonna talk about it for a minute, and whether it should have happened or shouldn't have. And so let's get that. Hey, Ms. Golden, how you doing? Glad you're watching all the way from Jacksonville, Florida. Awesome. We y'all share. But we're gonna have that tough conversation. Y'all just tune in all summer long. We're gonna be talking and talking politics, talking social issues, and giving you the news that you can use and that you're not gonna see on mainstream social media. All right. So let's go with the joke of the day.
I still ain't ate.
Okay.
Well, Tanya come with some food now. Wait till Tanya food up.
Yeah, boy.
I made jambalaya today. Y'all know that the Scarecrow got a promotion, right?
No.
Yeah, he was outstanding in his field.
Like that.
That's a good one.
That was pretty good.
No, you were 3-0.
That man was outstanding, man.
Okay, who got the joke of the day?
That was it.
I was gonna say I wanted to discuss this for joke of the day. Who are planning to pack a cooler and go to the St. Patrick's Day parade?
Man, I'm packing my clothes and going to Atlanta, Georgia.
That's was the joke of the day.
Yeah, I'm not going nowhere down there.
That was the joke of the day.
But Charlie and Jamal, and I need y'all to look at this because I need answers from the oldest and then one of the wisest. Why do you have more black people at St. Patrick's Day parade than you do at MLK Day parade or Juneteenth festivities? Do we hate ourselves? Do we just don't like us? What is the problem with why we have this disconnect with supporting our own?
Jamal, you can go first, and Charlie, you can finish it up.
And in fact, I share with you that I had a conversation with someone else earlier today, and now this bleeds over with regards to politics and with regard to leadership. That it is self-hatred. It is not liking oneself, not feeling bad. It's self-hatred, not liking oneself, who all been taught not to love themselves or not to appreciate themselves. So what they're going to do, as opposed to looking at things in their own house, appreciating what is inside their own house, they look afar because they've been taught to look afar and say that all these other people are like this right here, and you're like this right here. And so with that comes down to the things that are taught to your culture, to your history, about who you are. And so we go along with it because, again, it's a celebration for us to feel good about them. And because we feel good about them, then, that makes us okay. But I'm like saying, no, you must feel good about yourself. You got to stop with yourself. You must appreciate who you are. You must love the things that are part of who you are. You must love your hair. You must love your nose. You must love your lips. You must love your eyes. You must love your complexion. You must love the people who look just like you. But when you don't, you feel beholden to other people. And so just now, bleed over this right here. I tell folks, here it is. You can have political leaders who look just like you, but they don't listen to you because you don't know anything. Bernard don't know a doggone thing. Robert don't know a doggone thing. Charles don't know a doggone thing. Sean don't know. Julius don't know a doggone thing because you're just like me. I don't know nothing. I'm not all of that. So guess what? The people over here, they are it. They are the bomb. And so I listen to them. No matter how destructive the stuff that they say, no matter how wrong the stuff that they say, I still go along with it. But when one of y'all say something to me, I brush y'all off. I don't even want to hear you. I don't even want to talk to you. So when we talk these issues, it's not just regards to St. Patrick's Day. It's about all this right here. All of us got this fear in us because we have a fear. Some people call it, the Negro fear bug. And now some of us, that's what we have. We have that fear of other people. And we don't stand up at all about anything. We don't embrace who we are. So yeah, it's the self-hatred, lack of self-love, lack of appreciation. And so that's why it's easy for me to cause harm to all of you because I don't love myself, don't like myself, and there's nothing great about me. So that means there's nothing great about y'all. So why am I going to celebrate Juneteenth? Why am I going to celebrate MLK? Oh, for me to get off work. Yeah, that's all right. But why am I don't want to wear no African attire. I don't want to have anything to identify with me. I don't have nothing to do with me, And so, yeah, and it is psychological. And it is a tremendous burden and hurdle that we have to get over.
Charlie?
I'm gonna just make it short and sweet. The way I view it and the way I have observed it is that a great deal of whites are not a part of it, and so they feel under the MLK they're not a part of it. So they feel that they don't have to really go all out. And all the whites get involved, and all the whites got old Brown or William named that day, and it's a drunk fest or a drinking fest versus all the white people involved, and they figure if whites do it, it's right. And Martin Luther King, it's more about the struggle, and you ain't get all drunk up on that particular day. I'm going to respect that day a little bit more and don't care. That's my opinion. And that's what takes place, in my opinion.
Okay. Sean, you was trying to say something?
I got kind of thrown off. Okay. In the Army, we had a thing where we used problem-solving technique. One was identifying the problem. Now, back to Jamal, you put it out there, it was perfect what you said. All right. How do we fix it now? You know what I'm saying? How do we fix those issues that you were talking about? How do we start loving ourselves again? How do we start, you know what I'm saying? Start from the old down to the, because we have that old syndrome that pushes down into the younger folks. You know what I'm saying? Into the younger folks. It's like generational curses out there where it's like, wow, you're doing the same thing that your grandmother did, the same thing that your grandfather did, and it's not changing. You even living in, like, there's a project in Charleston. This lady name is on one of the streets because she's been a resident there, and her kids and grandkids and all of these people been a resident there forever, and it's like nobody ever thought to leave the project. You know what I'm saying? To leave it, but how do we fix it?
Yeah, Sandra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sandra, you had something to say on this? Or Bernard, you saying something?
You know what? To be honest, when we was growing up and St. Patrick's Day was around, and Jewish all us know, we only went down there for the girls.
That was it.
Because it would be, we know for a day all the girls gonna be down there.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
It wasn't about St. Patrick's, none of that. But I was 13 years old, and RG probably know. I was 13 years old. I was in the room with Benny Mitchell, Raph, David Abernathy, and Jose Williams. And I was in a room with them. I was the young one in the room, and they was trying to get the parade, organize a parade, Martin Luther King Day parade. I was on the first float of Martin Luther King Day parade. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was in the room with them. And you know what? All three of them told me. They said, "Little young fella, I love you," and that's it. And I carry on. And I told myself, when I get old, I'm gonna move to Atlanta, Georgia, and that would happen. Yeah.
So that's how you got to Atlanta.
That's how I got to Atlanta. And this year, when Jose Wayne had died, and I read at Crawford Lawn Hospital. He died at Crawford Lawn Hospital. I went to see him. Abernathy died at Crawford Lawn Hospital. Went to see him. Those one, Crawford Lawn Hospital was the oldest hospital, almost the oldest hospital in Atlanta. So they'll go there because they get better care and all that. And it is. Now it's Emory Hospital. So I always tell people, man, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
And before we end up,
Oh,
Robin might want to say something. Go ahead, Robin. Go ahead, Rob.
I really
Go ahead.
What I will say is this, and I talk a lot about this, and we did this Saturday at Camp Park where you have two categories of people. You have elders in the Black community, and you have ancestors. And when you don't understand the value of what you come from, it goes back to what Charlie and both Amir and Desiree talked about. You understand what you come from and what you are disturbing. You do things like what Julia said. You disregard the MLKs. You disregard that what comes with that. What I mean by that is this: if nothing else, respect your elders, but understand your ancestors. And if your ancestors are upset, you're never going to have pride in yourself. You're never going to have comfort, because there's a part of your ancestry, and there's a part of your ancestors, and there's a part of that spirit that still lives within you and around you. And if you don't understand what that means and what that looks like and how you honor that, then you are going to hate yourself. You're not going to understand the importance of an MLK and the struggles and the John Lewis's who got their skull broken for you to vote. You don't get it because you're that ignorant.
Okay.
Before we actually get off that subject, and I thought it was interesting. It is two different type parades. St. Patrick is getting ready next year to celebrate 200 years they've been doing it. We're talking about a big gap there, in time frame. And all I can remember as a young man, it was a drunk fest. And Martin Luther King Day to me is a little more respectful. And that's why maybe they don't go, again, that's no excuse, but maybe that's why they don't go out there as hard as the one that's been around for a long time doing it. That was the reason. Oh, Jamal?
Well, I don't think that
Sandra.
I think that we should stop changing everything into a drunk fest, because even with MLK Day down in Savannah, they have started to change it into some type of party, when we should be giving reverence and thinking about the sacrifices of our ancestors and things that we can do to carry the torch further. We're cutting it loose out there on Bull Street or wherever, and I mean, but it is the gap. It's our fault. The generation that's sitting on this show right now, it's our fault because now we're teaching now we want to preach. Now we want to tell the young ones, well, Martin Luther King did this, and don't listen to Jeezy or Easy or whatever the hell he's calling himself this week when he says that slavery was a choice, because my son said that crap. But I mean, and I almost threw him out the car and ran him over. But it is our fault, because our parents, even though they didn't talk about a whole lot, a whole lot of stuff we did miss. We did not miss the struggle. We did not miss the people that were influencers. But we caused our children to miss that because we wanted to shield them from whatever. I don't know what we were shielding them from, but we didn't talk. But they know about who created Nike.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't say.
Jamal had his hands up.
All right, go ahead, Jamal.
Go ahead, Jamal.
I was just gonna say this to my sister, who was a daughter of Ethel Hedgeman Loud. She tried to throw something at us, and so on Bull Street, people know that that's a Herschel V. Jenkins High School, event that has come up on MLK Day. So everybody's out there. I don't know why y'all gotta do Jenkins like that. Why y'all gotta make us look bad like that, saying that we done sport. But on King Day, people are barbecuing and cooking out on King Day. So and just as I just said, they drinking. So yes, on Bull Street, yes, HBJ people have kind of corrupted MLK in Savannah, and so nobody shared with nobody from Jenkins what I just said. I don't want nobody from Jenkins jumping on me about that, saying we corrupt.
No, but guess what?
But you're right.
But guess what? Since they've been doing that, more people been coming out. More people been having activity. So evidently, they are emulating St. Patrick, saying, if it worked for them, we need to make it work for us. I'm not saying that the correct way, but fellas, we have to call it the way we see it. And the truth will set you free. And that's what I see. The last King Day had more people had outing and drinking and partying than ever before.
But should we be emulating them when it comes down
to that's what's happening?
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm coming back and I'm saying that, I mean, when they start with all of the, Prince reenactments and all of this type of stuff, what does that have to do with Martin Luther King and the struggle and they ain't teaching us our children a damn thing.
Well, I think it's part of
drunk.
It's just part of having the people come out, and what has to be done is people just need to help change the narrative about those particular events. Jamal just held an event in Port Wentworth for the first ever Black History Month. And it was about what you said, Sandra. Everything that he put on there was about our Black history. It wasn't no drinking. It wasn't no grain cookout. It was food trucks and stuff like that. But, and that's the type of events that we need to have. And going back to what you said with Chris, and you wanted to throw him out the car and run him over, that's the mentality that these kids have today. If they say that slavery was a choice because they wouldn't allow it to happen because they have that mentality like that today. But back then, they were afraid of getting killed and shot. The slave masters had the guns and everything, even though we outnumbered them. That's why Kanye West said what he said. How stupid it was, but that's why he said it. It's 100 of us and 1, 2, 3 of them, and we letting them rule us.
But I'm saying not all these kids. I'm not gonna put all these kids in the same barrel. Trust me, it's some young kids out there know their history. Trust me. Mm-hmm. And I've been around them, so I'm not gonna throw all these young kids in the same boat because some of them is out there intelligent. And at the end of the day, some of these kids very intelligent, but y'all old folks don't want to listen to them because y'all think old way is the right way. These young kids got some things, man. If y'all just give them a chance, they can change this world. They can change this world if you're giving them opportunity. That's all they want. They want, matter of fact, they want all of us to take a back seat and let them handle this. But we're not giving them an opportunity. We're not giving them an opportunity to do this. Okay? Not all of them don't know the history. Some of them know. And some of them come fire with fire. The ones who follow whatever his name is, that's dumb. But we can't be throwing all these young folks under the bus. And some of them, they're very intelligent. Trust me. And one thing about what Jamal said, yeah, on Bull Street, and this the God have a truth, ain't nothing but Jenkins Warriors people out there. And I passed by, and I'm telling you, I see more Jenkins out there than the man in the moon. I ain't seen no talking or none of that. Trust me. I'm just saying.
Degenerates.
What you say, Charlie? It's talking people out there too. Beach too.
I see
more Savannah, High Johnson, Groves, all y'all out there too.
No. It's mainly Windsor Farm. I mean, it's mainly Richard Arnold and Jenkins.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. You know, leaving the high schools out, and that's why in Florida and other places they do not want to teach the critical race theory, because for the fact it will educate a lot of the young blacks who are not aware of it. But it's up to the parents to let them know the difference. That slavery was not a choice.
Maybe not at all.
Yeah. So, shoot.
Okay,
and even the way we live in today is not a choice. You know, I mean, because when you come, when you start a race from 10 miles behind your opponent, are you ever gonna win?
Yeah, it's hard.
All right.
If we stop the peacocking, if we stop all the peacocking, stop picking cotton, because we still picking cotton, and that's the problem. We still out there picking cotton, going to the outlet malls, going to the thing, buying these shoes that literally could triple your money if you invested it the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I apologize again to everybody for us not getting to the main topic on the agenda, because we had some deep discussion today. And it'll be the first thing that we jump off after open discussion, a general discussion next week. Y'all, the first thing that y'all will see is probably this, and we're gonna discuss it.
Hey, let's do a 3-hour show tonight.
Y'all did.
No.
Yeah.
What producer? Did you put that up there?
3-hour show. 3-hour show.
Uncle Cletus.
The producer.
Why did Uncle Cletus have a watermelon in his hand?
We're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss this. We only have like 3 minutes left, 4 minutes. And, because Alicia Blakely's show comes on at 9:30 after this, a rerun of her show.
I think anybody who missed her show,
look at her show at 9:30 tonight on this platform, Alicia Blakely show, 9:30 tonight, rerun from last night's show tonight on this platform.
He should have thought that as a very big insult, Charlie.
I don't know.
We got 15 minutes.
Evidently, he laughed about it. He thought it was very.
No, we only got 154 up in that corner.
They brought him. They give him that, and the parade committee, I guess, brought that bearing gift on St. Patrick's to get their parade certificate or raid permit, and they're presenting that gorgeous watermelon, and you saw he.
Can we see that again, please? Oh, send it to.
So they left out the fried chicken.
I can't believe that.
They left out the fried chicken.
The thing that get me is the smile.
Exactly.
Dude, what the hell?
Dude, Herschel Walker all over again. This is Herschel Walker all over again.
Yeah, we're going to talk about this extensively next week. And we're going to cover all of this because of some topics: the weeping time, crime, officer-involved shootings, housing authority, fairgrounds, Eastern Wharf, and code enforcement. We're going to cover those subjects according to Charlie Brown's manifesto.
that he wrote here. And we're going to cover all those subjects next week. We're sorry that we didn't get, but we had some stuff that we had to cover. And we'll get to it next week for sure.
And I need for Jesus to research this and see what kind of syndrome this is. Because that's a syndrome.
What's the name of it?
That's his cousin.
It's a syndrome, Jamal.
It's a syndrome.
Ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend?
You got a frat meeting with him tomorrow night. You got a frat meeting with him tomorrow night. Robert RG.
Ain't that your
You
friend?
gonna say tomorrow night at the frat meeting?
Huh?
RG, what you gonna say at the frat meeting tomorrow night when you see him? What you gonna say?
Gentlemen, I would like,
Bernard, tell him what he gonna say, Bernard. Tell him what he gonna say.
Gentlemen, I would like to say good night, Sandra. I want to say thank you for putting up with all the male testosterone in the room. You're a wonderful person. Again, gentlemen, I thought the show was real interesting. Bernard, it's always good to see the wonderful bear. Sean, try to do something with that ugly hat you wear. And Robert, keep the fire going.
There it is.
Jamal, the playoffs has begun. March Madness.
And Jamal,
bye-bye.
Jamal, make sure that you get us those topics for the show tomorrow. And for
don't forget the game, Julie, the tickets.
Don't forget, y'all call for these tickets. Don't forget, call for the Hurricane tickets. We'll be in the streets giving them away tomorrow. Don't forget. The parade is tomorrow, right?
No, Friday.
No, Friday.
Oh, okay. We'll be in the streets tomorrow giving these away because I wasn't going to get stuck downtown.
I couldn't tell you when Martin Luther King Day is, but I can tell you when St. Patrick's Day parade going to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all get the joke?
Every January on the third Monday.
So we're going to make sure that everybody is
on demand.
Y'all do your research and be ready for next week. We know Bernard and Jamal, y'all holler at me after a while.
I'll be on vacation.
Jamal be on vacation.
Bye, y'all.
Tell him, Bernard. Tell him what he gonna say tomorrow night. Tell him, Bernard. Tell him what he gonna say.
Ain't that your friend?
Hey.
Ain't that your friend?
He probably wind up.
I'm gonna get one of these shirts.
Hey, join that beat just like you went on the show earlier.
Y'all stay in the studio 1 minute. Tomorrow we got Mona Lisa Monroe in the morning. We got at 10 o'clock in the morning. We got Taking the Journey together at 6. We got this show here probably replay at 7. At 8. We got the Ebony Sports Reporters. Well, this show can't replay tomorrow. It'll be this show replay after Ebony Sports Reporters tomorrow at 9:30. So y'all share. Good night. Love all y'all.
Good night. Love.